9 stone 11 pounds, it's QASIM Hussain! From Trimdon, County Durham, J. Hughes! Contest sponsors this round, Disco Dynamite and PEEP magazine. The referee's Andrew Wright and the timekeeper is Mr. James Hussain.
67 losses. He's only been stopped once, and he's been in with some real bangers. So
yeah, he's a tough kid, and he knows his way around the ring as well. He's a proper old school pro. He's in and out every week. Gives every lad he fights a good test. This will be a good little one for J. Hughes here.
Yeah.
Only 19 years old.
Yeah. If you look on his box rec page, he says he's 29, but
it tells lies.
Or he's a very, very good conditioner. Now, he's had one fight, J. Hughes, in July. It was his debut against Harvey Hemsley. He won very well. Obviously,
yeah,
he covered that one, Andy, in there. This might be a similar type of fight because Hemsley's a tough, just keep coming at you type of guy. I think Hussain will probably move a little bit more.
Yeah, he's got a good fence. Hussain, like I say, he fights every week. He doesn't get stopped. And
that's why he fights every week.
Yeah, that's why he fights every week. He knows his way in and out of a ring. You know, it's a good test for Jay because Jay can't take liberties with him. You know, Jay's a good boxer. You can see he's very accurate. He's very sharp. He's got good footwork and he boxes very easily. So it should be a good workout for him. Good test for him.
He plants his feet well as well. He's very fluid.
Yeah, he looks comfortable, doesn't he, when he's boxing?
I know when he fought Hemsley last time out was the first time I've actually seen him in action, and one of the things that stood out for me at the time was he would adjust, he would adapt it with like Hemsley was coming at him, and just as soon as he seen the slightest opening, he would get the shot off very, very quickly.
It's a sign of a good boxer to know your ring craft. You know, if you know when to stay and when to go. You know, like there he's in and out. He's in and out with his footwork. He's getting around the side. Like I say, Cash is saying not giving too many openings, so he's keeping them the guard up. So it's up to Jay to try and work them openings.
Just in case anybody's in any doubt, Hughes is in the white and blue shorts with the black trim. Hussain in the black shorts. There's going to be some obviously local comparison with obviously Hussain's fought a few of our guys up here.
Yeah, he was out against Mark White from the Fighting Chance gym last time out. Mark put in a very good performance.
Interesting comparisons because the White's fight before that was against Hemsley.
Yeah.
So
they're kind of going down the same path, aren't they?
Yeah, they could be set to meet at some point, the way.
Yeah, could be one for the future, that.
Good stairs, son, good stairs.
Somebody wants him to go downstairs there. Oh, and he
digging some good body shots around the side. He is looking for his shots.
But like we say, Hussain is very, very tough. If Hughes was to get him out there, it would be a right statement. But great start.
You've got to put a good performance in. You've got to show the fans and the people who come and buy the ticket that you're worth coming to see again.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jay's just in the infancy of his professional career. He's learning, so he's trying to get as many followers as he can to come and watch him fight. There will be a little like cross followers, so like when Darren's on at the same gym as him, obviously they're from the same gym, same trainer, so.
And Glenfoot as well, obviously, and Johnson
well, you know, they've got a very good fan base going with the lads in the gym anyway, so they kind of share the fans about. But I'm sure Jay can pick his own supporters up by his own accord because he is a talented fighter.
Well, he's a very talented fighter, but he's a good speaker as well. He speaks
nice
very well.
Stairs, Jay. Good, son, left hook to the body.
He's using them feet really well.
He is.
I think
changing the angles.
Trying to just crowd him just a little bit to get in that range so he can't throw the punches. But Jay's just using his feet nicely, just take a little step out.
Yeah. Just creating that little bit of space that he needs there.
Yeah. It just makes Kaz in a little bit flat-footed when he stands in, so Jay can get them shots off.
But for his first 2 fights as a pro, bear in mind he's only just turned 19 recently. He's had 2 very, very tough men in front of him.
Yeah, well, obviously that's the level that I think that Jay Hughes is at the minute. You know, he's going there with lads that maybe his other ones wouldn't put him in against. Davy Binns has got like a lot of confidence in him, as he does all his lads, and he's boxing really well. What you look for your fighters as well is the control.
Yeah,
he's in control at all times, and he's very comfortable. By the end of the fourth round, I guarantee he'll just be the same as this. You know, look like he won't have broke a sweat. You know.
Plants his feet well though, doesn't he? So he gets the purchase into the shots.
The kind of fighter that Kaz is saying is he's not the typical come here to go out and all-out brawl and try to win, but he's there for you to work.
He's like Destiny's Child, isn't he? He's a survivor.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the dance for you.
He only doesn't look as good as on a raft.
Ooh. Such great variety. I do like to see boxers put the punches together in combinations as well.
I think it's going to be in the back of mind of Jay Hughes' mind that a stoppage would be really impressive, you know. But it's going to take a lot for him to get Kaz Hussain out there.
Well, I think because Hughes' attacks have been so good at the early doors, Hussain is probably gone that little bit more into his shell as well.
Yeah, I mean, Kaz Hussain really can't do any work apart from defend, because every time he gets anywhere close, Jay's unleashing some good shots. Another really good round there for Jay Hughes. It's a good workout for him.
So, you're in Dave Binns' shoes. What advice would you be giving to Jay now? Would you be looking to try and step things up and maybe get him out of there, or just keep doing what he's doing?
I mean, he's in a position now where he's 2 rounds up. He can never take anything for granted when you're in a ring. You know, you're in there against an opponent who's got 2 arms and can swing them just as good as anyone else. But
plus you can pick an injury at any time, can't you?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Jay's had it so much in his own way and his control and stuff like that I think that, like, maybe he could try a few things that he's been working on the gym, you know, put it in a live action situation. Work on maybe he's letting Kaz Hussain come forward a little bit, and I mean, there's no need whatsoever to deviate from what he's doing, because what he's doing is effective and it's winning him the fights, and it's making him look impressive.
And so even if he does change, there's still no guarantees of a knockout.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, Davy Binns will just be saying, keep it up, keep what you're doing, keep your hands up, make sure you don't get caught and out stupid. Maybe he's put the pressure on a little bit more, but there's no need for him to change what he's going to do.
Those lefties sinking into the body, he's got quite long arms there, Hussain, where there's not a lot of space, not a lot of target to aim for, is there?
He does keep his cell really, really tight with his defence, and he has got them long arms where he can defend the body and the head at the same time, just when he brings his head in a little bit. Like you've seen through the fight, he doesn't take many clean shots.
No.
It's a secret to his survival. I think just the beginning of this round, Jay's just happy to move around and just box a little bit more and take his foot off the gas. And still looking very, very controlled.
Yeah. Again, obviously Binnsy in the corner at the end of that second round there. You're thinking, well, you've got Hussain, he's coming in, his head's down low quite a lot. If Jay was to get careless, clash of heads, picks up a cut.
Yeah, well, we've just seen with Darren Surtees in the first fight, you know, a cut can happen at any time. Just one daft brush of the heads, catch of the elbow. It's the last thing you want when you're on a bit of a roll and you're fighting. You want to keep your momentum going, and
especially when he's made such a positive start to his career so far as well.
Of course. Yeah, I think Jay's just looking to bring him onto a few shots.
Yeah.
Just a slight change of tack.
Well, that's going to potentially create the openings if he is actually bringing Hussain onto him a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, you can see now Hussain's starting to open up with a few more shots, whereas first couple rounds he didn't really have the chance to. He was in his shell, you know.
Yeah.
Because Jay's just giving him that little bit of space, a little bit of confidence.
Again, he's changing the angles all the time, isn't he?
That's what's going to create your openings, the little side steps, the steps out, the steps round.
Definitely showing a bit more ambition, yeah, Hussain, though. Without too much success, has to be said. The thing is, that's what you get from all of Dave Binn's fighters. They keep their shape so well. He does a lot of work on the floor with them, as opposed to you go into a lot of gyms and the focus a lot on sparring. Dave does probably minimum sparring and he does a lot of work on the floor with them and balance and shape. You can see that in all of his fighters.
Like he just took his foot off the gas a little bit and allowed Hussain to come forward. Whether that was tactics or he's just fancied doing something a little bit different, you know.
Well, here we go, last round.
Very dominant performance by Jay Hughes over the first three. I'm sure it'll go the same in the fourth.
Thing is, like I say, he's just turned 19 years old. You wouldn't be looking to rush him. He's got plenty time, but he's looking so good. You can imagine it'd be difficult to hold him back too much, because you do have to step him up at the right time, you know, give him the tests he needs.
You do, I think, but like you said, he's only 19 years of age. He's got loads of time ahead of him. He's still got to like physically mature into his body and things yet. So getting these fights very, very similar with Tommy Ward, who's fighting later on. Yeah, he was young when he turned over pro, and he's still got years ahead of him yet. But he's built up a good record and he's got that good experience. I think that's a similar kind of road that Jay Hughes may go down. He didn't want to push him too much to start off with. He just really get them right fights at the right time for him.
Obviously two very different styles between Ward and Hughes, but obviously the similarities are there with the career paths, aren't there? Oh,
it was a good right hand there.
Yeah, did that register on Hussain there?
It definitely knocked Hussain back a bit.
We need to get another mic in here, don't we?
An over-the-shoulder mic. Crowd commentary. It's a way forward. Everyone's a boxing expert that sits behind the ropes.
I know.
It's always a sign of a comfortable performance when the hair's still in one piece at the fourth round.
Yeah, I know. I'm told in the change room he does put a severe amount of hairspray on those, so like a brick.
That's a future potential sponsor, isn't it?
Silvercrin.
Aye. Sticks like
Ooh. Every now and again, I just take a look at Dave Binns in the corner, watching it.
Feels every shot, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
he goes to everything with his fighters.
You can see him watching with pride here. He's like a dad to them in the gym, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Well, you need that person to look up to. You need to have someone there, like we're talking about earlier on, with the respect, you know.
Yeah. Oh. Watch those heads there.
That's the end of the fourth round. Very, very convincing win there for Jay Hughes. A very good performance. Skillful boxer. Take nothing away from Hussain. He's a tough lad and he knows how to get through them rounds like we thought he would. But a very comfortable win there for Jay Hughes. Very good.
But like we said, halfway through the fight, it's how he wins, and he couldn't really have been more impressive with these first two fights. He's fought guys who, you know, virtually don't get stopped at all, and he's beaten them both up.
Yeah, he has.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, contest 3
here ringside with Jay Hughes, victory number 2 after fight number 2, another tough guy in there. How did you find it?
I found it good, yeah. There's not really much you can do when you're just standing there covering up and clinging on as soon as you get anywhere near them, but I done what I could with them. I was hurting them, and I just couldn't find that one last shot to get him properly, you know what I mean?
He covers up very well, he's got those long arms, and there wasn't much gap, but I suppose the main gaps that were there were at the body, and you were finding some lovely hooks in
That
there.
right hook to the body was a peach, but he was covering his left. He was small like that, so
Yeah.
I was just chucking the right, and I was trying just to tease him to the head and bring him to the body. But good performance. I mean, next one I want a lad who's a bit more
Ambitious.
yeah, because I think that'll bring the best out of me personally. But bring them on.
But first 2 fights, you couldn't have had tougher guys in there. Bear in mind, you've just turned 19. You've got a long future ahead of you, but
Yeah, I mean,
very impressive.
I'm not going to be trying jumping up the ranks too quick, but I mean, I want a bit of a better opponent who's going to chuck something back at us, you know what I mean? Because that's when I'll be at my best.
And might that be in December?
Yeah, it will be. Well,
December 3rd?
Touch wood that nothing happens, but I want to be on there, yeah, so.
Well, the way you're starting your career, every local promoter's going to want you on the show the way you're boxing, mate, so just keep it up. But Jay Hughes, keep it up, mate, well done.
Cheers.